Yo, Celtics Nation! Are you ready for a video that'll get your pulse racing? We've got 4 blockbuster stories today that'll shake up every Boston fan. We're talking roster shakeups, bold front office moves, and prospects who could redefine our future. Are the Celtics on the right track or taking a risky leap? You won't believe what's going down in Beantown. So, grab a seat, smash that like button, hit subscribe with the bell on, and let's dive into these updates that'll have us yelling, cheering, and debating like crazy. Green runs deep, and right now, the fan base is buzzing. Brad Stevens, our strategic genius, dropped a bombshell that's got Boston talking. After Rudolph Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, he hinted at a presser that the Celtics aren't done tweaking the roster. You heard that right, fans? Even after slashing over $20 million in payroll by bringing in Georges Niang and Anthony Simons, Stevens says he's still got moves up his sleeve. We've got flexibility with draft picks and we'll keep fine-tuning the team, he promised. But what's this mean for our future? Let's break it down. Jason Tatum's Achilles injury flipped everything. With our star likely out for the season, the front office decided an expensive roster with no real title shot wasn't worth it. We were stuck in the NBA's brutal second apron, which locks down trades and signings. So, Stevens went surgical. He dealt Holiday and Porzingis, brought in expiring contracts, and freed up cash. Niang and Simons are short-term pieces with deals ending in 2026. Perfect for more moves. But hold up, is this just about saving money, or is something bigger brewing? The fan base is split. On social media, some are shouting, Stevens is a mastermind planning for the future, while others are screaming, trading Holiday? That's insanity. It's understandable. Drew was our defensive anchor, and Porzingis brought versatility, but with Tatum sidelined, keeping a $150 million roster to fight for a play-in spot didn't add up. The plan's clear: cut costs, get younger, and aim for 2026-27 when Tatum's back in full force. Stevens still has a ton of second-round picks and most first-rounders, except 2029. That's ammo to chase young talent, or even another all-star. The suspense is killing us. Stevens said the next few weeks could bring more action. Who's the next on the block? Are they hunting a center to replace Porzingis? Or is Simons, fresh off the plane, already on his way out? Fans are restless, and the trade market's buzzing. Teams like the Jazz, Nets, and Wizards are watching closely. This is huge. If Stevens nails it, the Celtics come back stronger in 2026. If he misses, we could lose our way. What do you think? Time to rebuild, or should we have held the line? And while we're reeling from this roller coaster, there's another story that'll make your jaw drop. While we're freaking out over Stevens' moves, another bombshell's rocking Boston. The Celtics said a hard no to any trade offers for Jaylen Brown and Derek White, even with teams knocking left and right. That's right, fans. Despite Tatum's injury and the Holiday Porzingis trades, the front office made it crystal: Brown, our 2024 Finals MVP, and White, our defensive engine, aren't going anywhere. But hold tight, because there's more to this story that's got Celtics Nation on edge. Trusted sources like Hoops Wire confirm teams tried everything to snag Brown and White, but Boston didn't even blink. Brown, fresh off right knee surgery after the Knicks' playoff loss, is locked in for training camp. With 22.2 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 4.5 assists last season, he's the team's backbone without Tatum. White, with 16.4 points, 4.8 assists, and 1.1 blocks, is the guy who makes it all click. Together, they're pulling in over $80 million next season, but the front office says they're worth every penny. On the flip side, Al Horford's gone. At 39, he's being courted by the Warriors, but might retire. That stings. Horford was the vet anchoring our defense. And there's more. Anthony Simons, who came from Portland, is halfway out the door. His $27.7 million deal expires in 2026, and he doesn't seem like a long-term fit. Fans are torn. Some say keeping Brown and White is the playoff ticket, even without Tatum. Others are worried about the gap in the paint without Horford and Porzingis. The stakes are massive. Without Tatum, Brown and White will carry the load. But can they compete? Last season's Knicks loss showed we lack depth. The front office is betting on Tatum's 2026-27 return to make this core unstoppable. But now, Simons could shine. But if he's traded, who's next? And without a legit big man, what's our defense look like? The fan base is buzzing with some shouting, Jaylen's untouchable, and others demanding a center now. What's your take? Can Brown and White hold it down, Or do we need more? And if you think this is already wild, wait till you hear about a certain new guy in town. While we're wrapping our heads around brown and white carrying the load, there's a story that's got everyone talking. Anthony Simons, fresh from the Drew Holiday trade, already got one foot out the door? You heard it, fans. The Celtics are actively shopping the guard, who's earning $27.7 million in the final year of his deal. ESPN's Brian Windhorst says the market's hot, with teams like the Jazz, Nets, and Wizards circling. But why the rush to ditch a guy who could be a game changer? Let's break it down. Simons is young, talented, and improving, posting 22.6 points and 5.5 assists last season in Portland. Stevens even praised him, saying he's a player who's grown a ton in 7 NBA years. But here's the catch. He doesn't quite fit. With Brown and White handling the ball, Simons is redundant. Plus, his big salary isn't a priority. For a 2026 extension, when Boston's hunting a center to replace Porzingis and Horford, the plan? Trade Simons for cheaper pieces or draft picks to ease the payroll and set up for the future. Fans are losing it. On social media, some say Simons could be the guy to keep us in the playoffs with his scoring and playmaking. Others think it's time to cut costs, since without Tatum, a title's out of reach. The financial stakes are huge. Moving Simons could get us under the luxury tax, giving flexibility for 2026 when Tatum's back, and we chase names like Isaiah Hartenstein or Robert Williams II. But there's a risk. What if Simons goes off in Boston and we trade him for peanuts? Teams like the Jazz are drooling over Simons' expiring deal. A swap for someone like Marcus Smart or Jusuf Nurkic plus picks could balance the books and add experience. But here's the million-dollar question. Doesn't Simons deserve a shot to prove himself? He could be the X factor to keep us competitive or just another trade chip. The front office is leaning rebuild, but fans are split. What's your call? Keep Simons or pass the ball? And while we're debating Simons' future, there's something on the horizon that'll have Celtics Nation dreaming big. While we're hyped about Simons' next move, here's a story to light up Celtics Nation. The Summer League tips off tomorrow, Friday, and Boston's roster is loaded with prospects who could shape our future. Coached by Matt Reynolds, the squad features our 3 latest draft picks, plus 2024 first-rounder Baylor Shireman and 2023 second-rounder Jordan Walsh. And stealing the spotlight? Kenny Lofton Jr., former Grizzlies big man, who might be the surprise we've been craving. You ready for this? Summer League is where young guns prove their worth, and Boston's going all in. The schedule kicks off hot against the Grizzlies tomorrow at 4 p.m., followed by matchups with the Knicks, Heat, and Lakers. Every game's a chance to see who can shine on the main roster, especially with the team in rebuild mode. Without Tatum, Horford, and Porzingis, the front office is scouting for gap fillers. Shireman's elite shooting and Walsh's relentless defense are familiar, but Lofton Jr.'s got buzz. He's undersized, but brings energy, post skills, and offensive instincts that could mesh with our system. Reynolds told Mark D'Amico, "This group's hungry to prove themselves." Fans are pumped, but nervous. On social media, some are like, Lofton could be our next Robert Williams, while others caution, Summer League doesn't prove much. The stakes are massive. A breakout star could shift Stevens' plans. A big like Lofton or a versatile wing like Walsh could ease the need for pricey trades in 2026. But if no one steps up, the pressure for reinforcements spikes. The suspense is real. Will Shireman show he's more than a shooter? Can Lofton hold his own against bigger centers? Summer League isn't everything, but it's a gauge. With Brown and White as the foundation, a standout rookie could make us playoff dark horses. Celtics Nation's locked in, and every bucket's gonna be electric. What's your take? Will these kids shock us, or do they need more time to shine in Boston? And now, fans, let's hit the grand finale, because what's coming next will keep you talking till tomorrow. Man, Celtics Nation, what a day to get your heart pounding. Stevens is playing chess with trades that could make or break our future. Brown and White are our rocks, but without Tatum, can they hold it together? Simons might shine or get flipped, and the Summer League's coming to show if our rookies have the fire to change the game. The big question is, are the Celtics rebuilding with brilliance or taking too many risks? So, fans, I want to hear it. Are these moves a slam dunk or a total miss? Smash that, like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every one.